Guess what? All the 16 wins are knockouts, funnily enough, right? That is not surprising. He's on a 5-fight win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-fight win streak. And he's now the heavyweight champion of the world. And as I said, every single one of his wins, are fucking knockouts. And he's doing them not over slouches. Of course, there's that 2-fight skid that he had in the UFC. He lost to Stipe Miocic. Stipe had a genius game plan. Stipe had great wrestling, great conditioning, and a great fucking chin. Because Stipe did eat some of those shots. But then as the fight progressed, Francis got a little bit tired, and Stipe capitalized on that weakness. Then he went up against Derek Lewis. Okay, and that was a fight that was regrettable. Nobody wants to see a repeat performance of that fight. It was just one of those, and I think both guys just had so much respect for one another, because what you're talking about there is the two hardest hitting motherfuckers in the whole of the UFC. In a business where people hit hard, in a business where people are very violent and look to do damage to one another, that fight was the two most violent, hard-hitting men in the entire organization. And I think for that reason, everybody was like, oh, this fight's going to be insane. However, they're the ones in there, and they both know what each man is capable of, so that fight, lackluster, we shall politely call it, because I don't want Francis Ngannou coming after me, that's for sure. And if you say that I said anything worse, I'll fucking deny it. But still, since those two fights, he's doing fantastic, right? Curtis Blades knocked him out. Cain Velasquez, former champ, knocked him out fast. I was there. Remember that fight? Cain's leg kind of buckled and gave way, but he didn't even connect flush. He did not even connect flush, and Cain Velasquez went down. Junior Dos Santos, former champion, again, knocked him out in the first round, 1 minute and 11 seconds. Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Jacksonville, Florida, UFC 249, the first UFC pay-per-view during the pandemic. Ngannou went forward. It wasn't technical. It wasn't pretty. But it was fucking well effective. He just went forward and swung like a maniac, and Jairzinho Rozenstruik took off. He nearly took his fucking head off. And then, of course, last time we saw him against Stipe Miocic, the rematch where he became champion of the world. I think it was round 2. It was 52 seconds into round 2. Ngannou sprawled really nicely. He obviously showed a bit of improved takedown defense, so he was a little more measured in that fight. Certainly showed more composure and more experience. And now, of course, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. But the problem for him is that there's a guy that he used to train with called Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane was one of those training partners that he had at the MMA factory in Paris, France, right? Since then, Ngannou's come to America. He's the heavyweight champion of the world. He's doing great things. One of his old training partners, Ciryl Gane's like, no. If you can do this, then perhaps I can do this also. That's a terrible French accent. But still, Ciryl Gane is making waves as well. He is undefeated. He is 10-0. And the last time we saw him was against the fellow opponent, Derek Lewis, where Ngannou was a little gun shy. Ciryl Gane went out there, what was it? I think it was I'll tell you right now, round 3, 4 minutes and 11 seconds, TKO'd him in a really, really interesting performance. He took his time. He was very measured. There was some excellent use of elbows, and when he had his man hurt, he took him out in style. Now, this fight's taking place in Anaheim. It's a shame it's not taking place in France. That would have been such an amazing fight to put on in France, because if you don't know, mixed martial arts was banned for the longest time, well, until quite recently in France, right? Tremendous fighters come from France. I've fought some of the kickboxers that they have. Some legendary fighters come from there. Jerome Labanner, of course. Cyril Diabate was a great kickboxer that I went to war with. Many great fighters come from France. But mixed martial arts, always banned there. Kickboxing, very, very popular, of course, very close to Holland, and the European scene has always been littered with a lot of great kickboxers. So France produced lots. But now that ban has been lifted, okay, and I honestly thought, fuck me, Francis Ngannou, Ciryl Gane for the heavyweight championship, the undisputed title in Paris, France. What an introduction that would be to the French people for the greatest sport on this planet. I mean, come on. Both guys fluent in French. One guy's actually French. The other guy used to live in France. Do you know what I mean? It's like it ties in so well. And of course, Paris, fucking sign me up to that one. UFC, you want me to commentate in Paris? I'm there.